My credit score is 825. Follow my 7-day plan to perfect credit. This is my credit score, 825. It's not just a number, it's a key. It unlocks the best interest rates on everything from your mortgage to your car loan. It's the difference between paying thousands of dollars in extra interest or keeping that money right where it belongs, in your pocket. And today, I'm giving you the exact 7-day plan that got me here for free. Forget about slow, tiny changes. If you follow these daily steps, you can kickstart a massive boost to your credit score in just 1 week. This number has credibility and empathy. This number has saved me tens of thousands of dollars. It's why I was instantly approved for my last mortgage at the absolute lowest rate possible. It's why my mailbox is full of the best credit card offers with huge sign-up bonuses and premium perks. It's just breathing easier. But trust me, I know what it's like to be on the other side. I remember that knot in your stomach when you apply for a loan, just praying you'll be approved. I remember the frustration of seeing high interest rates that feel like you're being punished for mistakes you've made years ago. A low score feels like a financial trap. You're paying more for everything, all while being denied the very opportunities that could help you get ahead. That's why I built this plan. This isn't abstract theory. It's a concrete day-by-day action plan. I'm going to give you one specific task for each day of the next week. No fluff, no filter. Just the strategies that created the biggest impact in the shortest amount of time. If you're ready to stop letting your credit score happen to you and start making it your most powerful financial tool, let's get started. Section 1, the rules of the game. Before we jump into the 7-day plan, you have to understand the 5 factors that make up your credit score. Think of it like learning the rules of a game before you play to win. Lenders usually, using a FICO score, look at these 5 key areas to decide if you're a good bet. First up, and this one's the king of the hill, is your payment history. This is a whopping 35% of your FICO score. It's simply, do you pay your bills on time? Even one payment that's 30 days late can torpedo your credit score and will haunt your report for 7 long years. This is the biggest piece of the pie, so it's totally non-negotiable. Second is the amounts owed, which you probably know as your credit utilization. This is another huge chunk, making up 30% of your score. It's the ratio of how much credit you're using versus how much you have. Got a credit card with a $10,000 limit and a $5,000 balance? Your utilization is 50%. High utilization tells lenders you might be stretched a little too thin, making you look like a bigger risk. Third is the length of your credit history, clocking in at 15% of your score. This basically looks at the average age of all your credit cards. A longer history shows you have more experience managing credit, which lenders love to see. Fourth is your credit mix. At 10% of your credit score, lenders get a good feeling when they see you can responsibly handle different kinds of credit, like revolving credit, credit cards, and installment loans, a car loan, or mortgage. And finally, number 5, new credit, also making up 10% of your score. This factor keeps an eye on how many new accounts you've opened recently and how many hard inquiries are on your report. A hard inquiry happens when a lender checks your credit before deciding to loan you money. Too many of these in a short period of time can temporarily knock your score down by a few points. That's it. 35%, 30%, 15%, and 10%. Understanding these numbers is the secret to knowing where to focus for the fastest result. And our 7-day plan is built to hit the biggest ones first. Section 2, the 7-day plan. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Grab a notebook or open a doc on your computer and get ready to transform your financial life in 1 week. So day 1, analysis and quick wins, the credit report deep dive. Your first mission is to become a credit detective. You can't fix a problem if you don't know you have one. Today is all about getting your hands on your credit report from all 3 major bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Under federal law, you're entitled to a free copy of your report from each of these bureaus every single year. The only place to go is the official government-mandated site, annualcreditreport.com. Don't get fooled by a lookalike site trying to sell you monthly subscriptions. This is the real deal and it's free. So remember the site. Once you have your reports, print them out or save them. We're going through these with a fine-tooth comb because you are looking for errors. They are shockingly common and they can be absolutely devastating to your score. A single mistake could cost you 50 or even 100 points. So scrutinize every single line in that credit report, okay? Start with personal information. Are your name, address, and social security number 100% correct? A simple mistake here can sometimes merge your file with someone else, putting their bad information on your report. Next, hit the account section. For every single account, credit card, loans, everything, check this. Check this. Is the account actually yours? If you don't recognize it, flag it immediately. That's a huge red flag for identity theft. Are the details right? Check the credit limit, balance, and the date it was opened. An incorrect balance could be crushing to your utilization ratio. Is the payment history accurate? This is the big one. Look for any late payment. If you see a 30-day late mark, but you know you paid on time, that's a critical error you have to dispute. One bogus late payment can be an anchor on your credit score. Trust me, I know. And finally, scan the public records and inquiry sections. Any bankruptcies that aren't yours, any hard inquiries from companies you never gave permission to check your credit. Your job today, make a master list of every single potential error you found. For each one, write down the bureau, the creditor, the account number, and a quick note on why it's wrong. This is the foundation for everything we do next. Tomorrow, we fight back. Day 2, the dispute campaign and monitoring setup. So today we go on offense. Using that list you made yesterday, your mission is to formally dispute every single error with the credit bureau that's reporting it. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, gives you the right to a fair and accurate credit report, and the bureaus have to investigate your claims usually within 30 days. You can dispute online, by phone, or by mail. Now, I'm a huge fan of sending certified mail for big disputes because it creates an undeniable paper trail. But for this 7-day speed run, the online dispute portals for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are your fastest bet. Go to each bureau's website and find their dispute center. File a separate dispute for each error. Be clear and professional. State the account info and explain exactly why it's wrong. If you have proof, like a bank statement showing you paid on time, upload it. Here's a pro tip. You should also dispute the error directly with the company that reported it in the first place. For example, if your bank reported a late payment by mistake, send a dispute to them and the credit bureaus as well. This two-pronged attack doubles your chance of getting it fixed. Once your disputes are filed, your second job today is to set up free credit monitoring. This is a non-negotiable for keeping a high score. Services like Credit Karma or the free tools from your credit card companies are perfect. They'll alert you to any changes on your report, like new accounts or inquiries. Think of it as an early warning system for fraud that always lets you see your progress in near almost real time. By the end of day 2, you've cleaned up the past and set up your defense for the future. Now we're on day 3, the utilization crusher. Pay down your debt strategically. So today is all about tackling that second biggest factor in your score. In day 3, we're talking about credit utilization. Taking action here can give you one of the fastest and biggest boost possibly. If your utilization is high, it's like you're holding your score down. Today, we release that pressure. Your mission is to get your overall credit utilization below 30%. But honestly, the sweet spot for an elite score is under 10%. People with 800 plus credit scores almost always have utilizations in the single digits. So first, let's do the math. Add up the balances on your credit cards, then add up all their credit limits. Divide the total balance by the total limit and multiply by 100. That's your ratio. So how should you pay it down? You've got two main strategies. The avalanche method. Focus on paying down the credit card with the highest interest rate first. This saves you the most money over time. Then the second method, which is my favorite and also Dave Ramsey's favorite, is called the snowball method, like a snowball. So how this works is you pay off the credit card with the smallest balance first. This gives you a quick psychological win and builds momentum, just like a snowball rolling down a hill. So for a 7-day plan, I suggest a hybrid, not one or the other. I suggest a hybrid. If one of your cards is nearly maxed out, say it's 80% utilization, attack that one first. A single maxed out card can be extra damaging, so lowering its specific ratio can have an outsized impact. And here's a powerful pro-level tip. Pay your bills before the statement closing date. Most card companies only report your balance to the bureaus once a month, right after your statement closes. This means even if you pay in full by the due date, a high balance might have been reported. By paying a few days before the statement date, you make sure a low balance get reported. So find your statement closing date on your monthly bill, make your payment before then. This one tweak can make it look like you're using less credit, sending your score soaring. Okay, this brings us to day 4. Payment history perfection, the auto-pay safety net. Payment history is king, accounting for a massive 35% of your credit score. One single late payment can crater your score and stick around for 7 years. Today's mission is simple but powerful. Make it impossible for you to ever be late again. Your task is to set up automatic payments for every single one of your credit accounts. Log into each of your online accounts and turn on autopay. You'll usually see 2 options: pay the minimum or pay the statement balance in full. If you're carrying a balance, set up autopay for at least the minimum payment. This is your safety net. It guarantees you'll never get hit with a late payment, even if you forget to make a bigger manual payment. If you pay your cards off monthly, set it to pay the statement balance in full. This ensures you never pay interest while still building a perfect payment history. But what if I don't have enough money in my checking account? I get it. That's a common fear, but it's a sign of a budgeting challenge, not a reason to skip autopay. The fix is always to leave a buffer in your account or to time your payments around your paychecks. Now, what about past late payments that are actually legit? For that, we have the goodwill letter. This is a polite letter you write to a creditor asking them to remove an accurate late payment as a gesture of goodwill. You're not disputing it. You're admitting you messed up and you're asking for a break. This works best if you have a good history with that lender. Otherwise, in your letter, be polite. Take full responsibility. Briefly explain why you were late. Example, a medical issue or a bank error. Remind them of your long history of on-time payments, if you have one. Politely ask for a goodwill adjustment to remove the mark and send it to their customer service address. It's a long shot since they are required to report accurately, but many people have forgotten one-off mistakes removed. It's a long shot since they are required to report accurately, but many people have gotten one-off mistakes removed this way. It's absolutely worth a try. What else could you lose? Just give it a try. Day 5, the backdoor utilization hack. Credit limit increases. So we're back on utilization today, but with a clever backdoor strategy. On day 3, we focused on shrinking the numerator, your balance. So today, we're going to grow the denominator, your credit limit. The result is the same, a lower utilization ratio and a higher score. So your mission is request a credit limit increase on your existing credit cards. If your balance stays the same, but your limit doubles, your utilization percentage gets cut in half. For example, a $2,000 balance on a $5,000 limit is 40% utilization. Get that limit raised to $10,000 and the same balance is now 20% utilization, a change that could give your score a serious lift. Most banks let you request an increase online in just a few clicks. Log into your account, find the request a credit limit increase option, and update your income. Now, here's the critical part. You must find out if the bank does a soft pull or a hard pull for increases. A soft pull doesn't affect your credit at all. A hard pull is a formal inquiry that dings your credit score by a few points temporarily. A quick Google search like does insert your bank name do a hard pull for credit limit increases usually gives you the answer. So prioritize asking the banks that only do soft pulls. But even if it's a hard pull, it can still be worth it if you have a high utilization. The boost from a lower ratio will almost always outweigh the small dip from the inquiry. When you ask, just be realistic, but don't be shy. If your limit is $5,000, asking for a $10,000 credit limit increase is reasonable. The worst they could do is say no or offer a smaller bump. The key here is discipline. This new higher limit is not an invitation to go spend. It's just empty space that makes your score look better. Don't touch it. Now we're on to day 6, the piggyback strategy and credit mix. So on day 6, we're going to be tackling 2 of the smaller puzzle pieces, length of credit history, which is 15%, and credit mix, which is 10%. For the length of credit history, the main ingredient is time. Is why the number 1 rule is to never close your older credit cards, even if you don't use them. Closing an old account can shrink the average age of your credit and reduce your total available credit, a double whammy that can hurt your score. But what if your credit history is short? There's a shortcut: becoming an authorized user. This is where you ask a trusted friend or family member with an amazing credit to add you to one of their old cards. To add you to one of their old, well-managed credit card. If they agree, the entire history of that account, its age, its high limit, its perfect payment record can get copied onto your credit report. Trust me, I know this works. I just recently added my 13-year-old son to 2 of my best credit cards. So by the time he's 18 years old, let's see the result. This can instantly add years to your credit history and slash your overall utilization. The perfect card to be added to is one that's several years old, has a high limit, and always has a tiny balance. A huge word of caution though, choose this person wisely. If they ever miss a payment or max out the card, that negative info will show up on your report too. This strategy is built on 100% trust. Next, a quick word, credit mix. This just means having a blend of different credit types, like credit cards and installment loan. For this 7-day plan, we are not opening new loans just for this. That's counterproductive. For now, just know that this factor will improve naturally over time as you make major life purchases. So we're here, day 7, the long game and final review. On our final day, we lock in the habits that will keep our score in the stratosphere for life. Today is about making sure this week's hard work pays off. First, let's nail down the important long-term principle: consistency. A perfect credit score isn't about 1 week of intense effort. It's about repeating good habits month after month after month. This plan gave you a massive head start, but the real magic is making these behaviors automatic. So always pay on time. Keep utilization low. Don't close old accounts and only get new credit when you really need it. Your first task today is to check on the disputes you filed on day 2. While bureaus have 30 days, sometimes you see updates much faster. Check your credit monitoring services for alerts. Your second task is to set a recurring monthly credit check-in on your calendar. For just 15 minutes once a month, You log into your monitoring service and scan your reports. Make sure your balances are low and there's no fraud. Double check that your auto payments are all set correctly. This simple routine turns managing credit from a reactive chore into a proactive move. Think of your credit score like a garden. This week, we pulled out all the weeds and planted the seeds. Your monthly check-ins is how you water it. And there you have it, the exact 7-day plan to take control of your credit and unlock the financial life you deserve. We've analyzed your reports, attacked errors, crushed utilization, and built a system for a perfect payment history. So before you go shopping for your first property, this isn't magic. It's a proven system. That 825 score isn't an accident. It's the direct result of applying these principles with discipline. You now have the exact same blueprint that I used. The power is officially in your hands. Your journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning. I challenge you to start this 7-day plan today. Don't put it off. The sooner you start, the sooner you see change. If you're thinking about purchasing real estate next year in 2026, please take these strategies, use them, and move forward. Get your credit score to where you want it to be in the high 800s. Not saying you absolutely need to be in the 800s to get a good mortgage, but trust me, it helps. Now, go start day one. If you found this valuable, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that this is good info and helps more people see it. And make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification because I drop new videos every week with more no-nonsense strategies to help you master your money so you can buy real estate. Now, go start day one. I want to hear about your results. So leave me a comment below and let me know you're starting the challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.